Andrew here, Sterilizer Autoclave Solutions, 704-966-1650, option 3 for free technical support. Okay, so we'll talk about Charlie 326 error code, door mode, door closed. Door switch indicates that the door remains closed 1 second after door motor has attempted to open the door. Okay, so first things first, we are going to look at, so just so you know, the door switch is in here. Click, click, that's the door switch. But first thing we're going to look at is the door spring. Make sure that that is at a 45-degree angle, number one, and usually positioned around the 5 o'clock is perfect. So we're going to look at the door spring. Verify if the door is at the vented position. Okay. Push in on door without lifting handle. This is the vented position right here. If you lift the handle, it'll open all the way, but as the door opens, it should be pushed out that far. That's what allows the steam to come out and during the dry mode and everything to dry. Okay, so we're going to verify that also. Door dam gaskets, we're going to inspect those. They should be replaced quarterly, if not sooner, depending on cycle count and usage. But there should be a door ring in there. If you don't have one, you should get one. It makes the gasket last longer. But anyways, we're going to make sure that this is positioned properly. It's not, sticking out anywhere. The dam gasket sits inside of the door gasket itself. We're going to look at that. We're going to look at the trays also. They're not in here, but you want to make sure that they're pushed in all the way. Not too far to where it's touching the temp sensor for the middle one, but push them in so they're not coming outside and impeding the door from opening or closing. Okay. Door pins, latch binding. All right, so as you open this up, there's 2 door pins that slide into here. So number one, this should be, it's pretty floppy. This is how it should be. If it's stuck or tough to open and close, then that could be causing this error 326. You can lube that. You'd have to take the door cover off, call a technician, or refer to our other video on how to take the door cover off. It's kind of, there's a certain way you got to do it. But anyway, you got to make sure if this is loose, you can lube those pins up, make sure there's nothing stuck in there. Door motor systems latch hanging up. This is the door motor right here. There's a connecting rod that goes to a door arm that as this rotates, this comes up. Make sure everything, these are tight also. These should be tight. If that's flopping around, that could cause the connecting rod to have an issue. But make sure these are all tight. Make sure the connecting rod's in the right slot. It should be in for an M9 instead, not an M11. Okay, so the door motor also should be angled as close to the PC board as possible. So you can actually loosen these up and angle this back. That will also make the latch come up farther. That could be an issue. Also, you'll have to take the right side panel off and turn the power off if you're going to do any of this stuff. Call us first. So door motor, the door motor itself could be defective. This honestly is a part that you can buy off our website and you can replace yourself with an adjustable wrench and a Phillips screwdriver. We'd love to talk you through it. So if we determine that the door motor is bad, then we can go that route as well. So door motor, door hinge binding. This should move like this pretty freely. I don't often see the door hinge binding, but it could be because there's a little loose plate in there that may have came loose. It could be one of your studs on the door itself is broken and causing some things like the plastic door to hinge to hold up. So if you got an older unit, that tends to happen pretty commonly. The steam just breaks them down and they end up cracking. So door hinge, door binding, door motor. Okay, Charlie 326. Let's go to the back here. It could be the door switch / PC board is malfunctioning. So again, this is the door switch. I mean, you can test this by getting basically a pen and pushing this down and then hitting the start button. And if it goes into the cycle, then that'll tell you that at least the door switch is good, because we just faked out the computer, told the computer that the door switch was the door was shut. So we could check that. Test switch with the door open and closed. Perform door switch continuity test. That's, you'll have to disconnect these two wires and hook a multimeter up. We can talk you through that if you want to. The door switch on this one's not too bad to replace. You can also do that yourself. Door switch activation tab obstructed. So inside of here is the door switch activation tab. You'll see it. It sticks right out of the hole. Just push that in, or make sure nothing's stuck back there. Any plastic or any weird stuff somehow finds its way into those types of places. Check for full movement of activation tab. Residual pressure in the chamber. Check for the chamber pressure when door motor is energized. Clear any restriction that could prevent chamber pressure from reaching the pressure transducer on the PC board. So this is the pressure transducer on the PC board. Somehow, some way, you know, if something gets stuck in here, you may have some sort of issue. I don't see that too often, honestly, but also if this is not positioned in the right place, it should be at an angle like this. If it's up pointing down, then water tends to kind of flood this because it'll stay there even when the cycle's over. That could cause intermittent issues there. So make sure your chamber filter is not clogged. That is part of your weekly maintenance. That's in a different video. If pressure is above 7.72 psi, check for blockage in the pressure sensor tubing between the PC board and the chamber. That's kind of what I just talked about. So that covers Charlie 326 error code. If you like this video, please share it. Subscribe to our channel for more error code videos and other helpful videos about autoclaves. Thank you.